What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Beautiful Boys Podcast. I'm one of the boys and not quite as beautiful as my other boy, but name's Mike Cannon, and I'm here with...
Andy Haynes. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming to the show. We got a fantastic guest today.
Fantastic. Big-time guest. A once almost gonna be my boss guest. Kevin Clancy, KFC, from Barstool, the man who offered me a life-changing role in a media company and then yanked the rug out underneath my feet. But it was good to have him here.
What an insane intro. We're going to keep going.
Yeah, 100%. We're keeping all this. But he's the best. Great to, see him.
I'm going on the road right now.
Can I say he was a great guest? Kevin was awesome, man.
Yeah.
This was my favorite pod. I've done a bunch of podcasts with him throughout the years, and I think this was my favorite one, and I got to learn more about him in this hour than I have previously.
Yeah, it was really surprising and a great episode.
Yeah.
I will be at the Laugh Shop in Calgary, Alberta this weekend. Next weekend, I will be I'll be on Sunday in Cranmore, Alberta. I don't know where. And then Hecklers in Victoria. Then I'll be at the Comedy Cellar in Las Vegas. And the next weekend, I'll be at the Rose City Comedy Club, March 6th and 7th in Tyler, Texas. Please don't shoot me.
Alberta, Alberta.
I don't know it.
Where you been so long?
Okay.
Alberta, Alberta. I think that's Eric Clapton. It might not even be called Alberta. February 20th, I'm going to be in Morris Plains, New Jersey at The Dojo. Come on through, wear a kimono. It's going to be fun. February 21st, Hamden, Connecticut, Space Ballroom, giant space. Can't wait. It's like a rock club. It's going to be fucking awesome. Going to bring some pyrotechnics.
Head out there.
Please bleep the F and I'm sorry. March 6th, South Bend, Indiana. Go Irish. Can't wait. March 8th, Lansing, Michigan. It says Lansing, the United States. Whoever does my website should be lopped in half by a saw. And then I'm going to be in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Lafayette, New Orleans, where I last took my last sip of alcohol. And guys, MikeCannonComedy.com for all those dates that you're no longer coming to because of the accent.
Enjoy the show.
You ever do this? You ever find like a thing that you have to defrost and you have to cook that's already prepackaged, but every time you try to make it by the letter of the law, it comes out as like molten lava or still frozen or whatever. It just never cooks right. I have figured out the science of this meal.
You've cracked the code.
And because of that, I don't know if I'll ever stop eating it.
If it ain't broke.
Dude, they're like, you have to cover it with this, and then it's, it's a minute on each side, and then you have to, and then it should be fine. But it's literally like puking lava cake.
You hacked the system.
Dude, so I got a minute on one side. I flip it. 30 seconds, microwave. Then boom, I put it in for a full toast in the air fryer, and it comes out looking like a perfect marshmallow.
I don't know whether to call him like a chef or a scientist.
Yeah. Which mad scientist.
Elon Musk over here.
When you don't have much to live for, you tend to celebrate the victory.
Yeah, you got small wins. I just got a microwave that is also an air fryer, and I'm scared to use it.
Oh,
Yo, air fryers are one of those things when air fryers like first dropped.
Yeah.
There was like a cult of air fryers, and that I was like, shut the fuck up. It's just a toaster. And then I got one. I was like, yo, this is the real deal. Everything's crispy.
Yes.
You can reheat things.
Yeah.
It really did change my life.
There's very few items, like inventions, that can make you feel like an expert right away.
Yeah.
Like, and with an air fryer, I've never been a cook in my entire life. I truly couldn't make an egg for a very long time. I was just ill prepared for life. And then with an air fryer, I'm all of a sudden, I'm making wings from scratch. I'm killing the chickens. I'm doing the whole thing. I mean, I'm whisking. I'm fucking whisking.
Whisking?
Oh my God.
And it's never, I mean,
bold. This man's out here whisking.
And you'd think my wife would appreciate it, but
Not once. Not once, goddammit.
no. What do you have a cook? Like, so you cook?
No.
You don't at all.
So first of all, I've been living in a half renovated house for 2 years now. And it's just become part of my life. But I realized like I'm living in one room. I'm basically like in a studio apartment now.
Yeah.
With like picnic tables and like plastic utensils and all that shit. And it almost scared me how little it bothers me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I could do this.
Yeah.
To the point that I'm like, I don't even know why I'm renovating this house. I'm good like this.
I could squat in my own house forever.
Yeah, I'm a squatter. I am the owner and squatter of my own house. I'm just very like I bought the house. I got the Barstool money. It was like I felt like this big accomplishment. I got this house and property that's just too big that I don't need. And in the moment, I was like, yeah. And now that it just has become where I rest my head, I'm like, the fuck am I doing, man? Can I sell this?
Yeah,
Like,
the
can I get
walls
out of this?
echo a little more.
Yeah, it's like all these
God
things that I
damn.
used to be like, this is great. I'm like, well, that's just one thing that's going to cost money. That's one more thing to worry about. That's, it's like I'm very basic in that.
You've hit full DeStefano status. Is uncomfortable in your current ideal situation.
yeah.
Nobody does it like Chrissy D.
Oh, man.
It's like I bought the house yesterday. I'm going to sell it tomorrow.
Yeah, he's like, I just feel weird.
Yeah.
You know, I realized.
I remember him being like, he like uprooted everything. He's like, I couldn't get a bagel. I'm like, we'll figure out the bagels, Chris. You don't have to sell the piece of property because of the fucking bagels.
I was on the podcast at that time. First of all, sell the property. He sell the mortgage rate is more like it.
Yeah,
The mortgage rate
yeah.
was a COVID steal that
I'm
his neighbors who were
sure.
like, half connected were like, I thought you were different. Like, they were so pissed. But it was funny because I was on Chaos at the time. And when he was saying that, he's like, I can't even get a bagel. Like, what, I can't walk. There's no proximity. We literally Google mapped it and it was a 0.5 mile walk
To a
get
bagel.
to like the best
But you
bagel
know what is
place
so
on-
weird though? Like walking in Manhattan, it's like, yeah, I'll walk like 25 blocks.
Yeah.
You walk the equivalent of 25 blocks in the suburbs. It's like,
Yeah.
what am I, a hiker? I can't. That's a marathon.
You're bringing a
Yes.
camelback with you?
Yeah, there's
Dude,
something about that.
It also, so New York City, it's no wonder that it's a magnetism and mental illness because you can be a day walker and just blend in. If you're a day walker in the
Oh,
suburb and you're
yeah.
wearing fucking headphones and
They're
you're
clocking
walking
you.
around,
Yeah,
and
for
you got
sure.
Oakleys on and sometimes you pop your shirt off, you are immediately looked at
You're
as
registering
this guy
your
is
name.
a problem.
Yeah.
He's Christopher Lloyd and Dennis the Menace. He's stabbing an apple.
Man, the 90s references. I always think you're going to bottom out and you find another one.
There's always one more.
I love
I've been
Christopher
showing those
Lloyd, that
all
movie.
those movies to my kids, and
Oh, how old? So how old?
10 and 8, and they
Where are you
are
at now? What
and,
movies?
I've done like all the Adam Sandlers, so like we were on a big Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore kick.
That's awesome.
What I'm debating, and then I did like the Sandlot, Little Giants, and the sports
Yes.
ones. They loved Rocky. They
Ducks?
loved Rocky 4.
Oh, no
Mighty
kidding.
Ducks.
Did you show them out of order, Rocky? Because
I
Rocky
just went
is
right
like
to
a
4.
film.
Yeah, Rocky 1 is was a little too much, I think, for them. Rocky 4, they were literally standing on the couch, like jumping up and down, get him, and I was like,
Your
Is that
son's
the
like,
Dolph
"Fuck
Lundgren one?
Russia!"
Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, wow, this worked. Like this is timeless. They picked right up on it.
Yeah.
Like good and evil, like violence, blood.
That's kind of why I like that we're at odds with Russia right now because I feel like we were raised to hate Russia for so many years. Brewskis,
They're the bad guys.
Rocky, all that shit. And then one day the Iron Curtain fell and it was just like, oh, we're friends now.
Right.
And I was like, no, I've been trained to hate you.
Well, it's also nice to
Pivot to the Middle East.
have a new Call of Duty with a racially acceptable enemy.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that's nice.
That's really
to have
what
a
it
bunch
is.
of Snow Whites in there, and you can just pick them off.
Yeah, when it's white on white, then you can feel good about
You're
it.
good.
Yeah.
Wait, so this is kind of a parenting forward podcast.
Yeah.
You are a single dad.
Yeah.
And then do you have split custody?
Yes.
And how does that work? Like,
So
you're the first, I think, is this the first single parent we've had on?
Single dad, first hero.
Yeah.
that's right.
First
I'm basically
hero.
a first responder.
Yeah, we've had
It's like 9/11 than me.
we've had a couple women that couldn't hang on to a man.
Yeah.
Okay. So like,
This is the push and pull of the podcast.
Yeah.
By the
yeah,
way.
I see the dynamic. I get it.
I like it.
I guess technically my what's in the papers is Wednesday nights and every other weekend, but like we don't really do that. So I mean, like, if it had to be enforced, it would be that. But I'm at like sports all week with them.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
awesome.
I'll pick them up, I'll drop them off. When things are going good, it's copacetic. Everything's like see them whenever you want, and then when it gets rocky, it's like, all right, I'll see you on Wednesday. So it's a living, breathing document of how it operates.
It's an
but,
organism. It
but
grows in.
It really does.
An
Yes.
orgasm.
Organism.
Oh, okay.
It is an orgasm technically. That's
Yeah.
what creates.
That's how.
life.
Yeah, there's 2 orgasms.
That's how you get there.
Oh, you had 2. Oh yeah, you have 2
Yeah,
kids.
2
I thought I was like, she came? That's sick.
I don't think so.
How'd you do it?
So when a man loves a woman,
Yeah, no, my wife was just inseminated. I'm not sure if she was sure what was going on.
bro, I mean, I never did you like
No good.
but did you like try? Was it like a process for you? Not to get
We
too personal,
were
but-
trying not to try. So
Right,
we were
right,
at
right.
the if it happens, it does. I mean, my wife was trying much harder than I was in retrospect. She was doing, single leg locks,
Laying out,
holding
yeah.
around,
Doing a
yeah.
handstand in the kitchen.
Tapping every last bit of yuck out of me. You just get, like a little Heinz ketchup. And I mean, it was first shot on both.
Me too. So that's what because
yeah.
I remember thinking, all right, this is gonna be good. Like we'll try. Trying means like
Yeah.
and 2 walk-offs.
Unbelievable,
It's like,
dude.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I guess that's
Well,
one way to think of it.
My first
The other way to think of it is, holy shit, this is happening already. I
Yeah.
thought I had like at least 6 months.
Well, I did it 3 times and have 2 to show for it. but that's true. 3 like hit for the cycle, all
Yeah.
3 first pitch, knock
Touch 'em
it
all.
out. Yeah, and then we were in Florida, and my wife miscarried. Or no, I'm sorry, she had miscarried before that, and then right away we were just like throwing caution to the wind,
Yeah.
cleaning the Lincoln Tunnel, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, and she got pregnant again, but we thought it may be a chemical thing.
Mhm.
Like that's what the doctor said. It's like sometimes your hormones are still a
Yeah,
little out
yeah.
of whack. Her miscarriage just happened, and then we were in for the Sunshine Comedy Festival, which you were there as
I
well.
was there, yeah.
She like bled. Like
Oh,
had a
shit.
and it was fucking scary, and also like, God
Yeah, man.
damn, dude, this is like back to back. This is like, this
Yeah.
is now you're kind of looking down the line too of like, okay, so this is going to be a process. It's going to have a lot of, whatever. We immediately think she, of course, miscarried. We go through the rest of the vacation, the whole thing. She still holds on to her doctor's appointment in like a week or whatever, just to make sure that there's no final vacuums that need to be applied. And we are in New York. So yeah, if she was in that was like part of me that like actually even got not got interested in that, but like made me really aware of just the Roe v. Wade thing and the fact that if we were in Texas, we would have had to, and my wife miscarried, we would have had to travel across state lines to get her
Right.
like
Yeah.
safely.
There's so many more
The DNC,
examples
yeah.
that
It's-
are why it's necessary.
It's so crazy. So we get back, go through the wait the week. It's all just fucking sad. We had
And you-
already told our son that we were
Yeah.
pregnant too. So it was like
Right.
that far along.
right.
And then we go, or no, I'm sorry, we didn't tell him the second time, but we had told him the first time already because that was at 12 weeks. So she goes to the doctor and she's like, this is sad. And the doctor's like, yeah, you have a 13-week-old fetus and it's a boy. And my wife was like, what? Like crying. She was just like, it was just such an
She
odd.
stopped drinking.
Yeah, stopped drinking, immediately spit out the Molly. I was like, I guess I gotta
Threw
take
the
this serious.
sushi platter into the garbage.
That's crazy.
I know. It was one of those things it was such a fucking roller coaster of emotion. And then even leading up to it was so nuts. I mean, I almost died in a car accident.
Right. You
a
had
tree
fucking
almost
year,
fell,
man.
fell
You're in
on.
some Final Destination
It
shit.
was crazy. Something was telling me that I should stop breathing.
Yeah, we were doing IVF because we'd had like 2 miscarries and also an abobo, and we were like, let's just get them on ice, let's
Yeah,
put some girls on ice. Got 6 girls on ice, Midtown. They live in a.
I like how you keep referring to them as on
girls
ice.
on
They're
ice.
on ice. They're frozen. Great gals,
Bro,
Yeah.
it is such a process, man. It's
Yeah.
like
but we got pregnant right after because she was like full of the IVF drugs.
Oh,
We weren't even
yeah.
trying.
Yeah, so she was a primed pump.
Yeah,
Maybe that's inappropriate.
sure. All right.
Maybe that's not cool to say about somebody's wife.
I don't think we're supposed to be talking about any of this.
Come on.
Let's talk about the wildly intimate moments of women. Bro, it is just so like medieval though. Like I can't believe that we have not like evolved to do this better.
Mhm.
It's barbaric, man.
I know.
It's like just grow. It's aliens growing inside you, and then you
It's
push it
also-
out. There's like, I don't understand how anybody survived childbirth before like
No.
1975.
My wife would have
Like,
been
let
dead
alone
twice.
Yeah,
Twice.
right.
She would've been dead twice.
Really?
It's,
Yeah.
With
The
amount
first
of
one
blood
was an
loss
emergency
and-
C-section because he was
Yeah.
like huge and turned the opposite way. And the doctor said that when she made the incision, this is the first time in her like 25 years of medicine this ever happened. She made the incision, opened, and my son's lips were right there. And he was like, "What's up, doc? Get me the fuck out of here, bro."
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
she's like, "Yeah."
That's what I mean. Like, try to picture that sight. It's like
Yeah.
straight out of Alien, man. It's a movie. It's sci-fi.
It fucking is. So I think I've mentioned this before, but C-section is like so gnarly, and my wife responded really poorly to the anesthetic or whatever. So she was like having full-blown tremors. She's like, "Am I okay?" And I'm like,
I don't
"Never
think so.
better, babe."
Yeah, you
like,
have to, yeah.
looking at her blue fucking skin, like having full
You're
seizures.
just got the wall, and that's it.
Terrifying. And I'm like looking at the doctor, and the doctor's like, "She's not supposed to be shaking that much." Like, it was like they weren't even having bedside manner.
Jesus Christ.
So, they Nazabenya the baby. They drop the cloth. There's lighting. It looks like whoever does the fish concerts does the concerts in fucking Mount Sinai West. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable. We're crying. Can't believe it. They're like, "Go and see your baby." And I'm like, I've known her for longer. I
Yeah.
was like, I want to
My
make sure
loyalty's
that
here.
her body parts are splayed out like this is a fucking,
that
horror movie.
They just take them out, put them back
Yeah.
in, like
It's
it's
so
like you're
fucking
cleaning
weird.
out your fridge.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you take out the
Just keep
gallon,
it plugged
rub
in.
it,
It's
put
fine.
it
Just keep it plugged
so
in.
weird.
So they're doing that, and then they make me. They're like, they didn't have this at Westchester, actually, the second place, but they had like a taped off lane to go and see your baby. At the first one, actually, or the Westchester, they had him right back, and he had to spend 24 hours in the NICU because he had fluid in his lungs. And that was like, we heard him cry, but he sounded like he was in the upside down.
Oh,
He sounded
God.
far away, and we were just like, this.
right?
Yeah, it was awful. It ended up being okay, but so this, they're like, okay, so what we do not look to the right of this taped off lane.
Yeah.
They're like, you don't want to do it. It's going to ruin your life. Like, they gave me a
Your
speech.
life,
They're like,
yeah.
you will not come back from this. And I was like, okay. So I overcorrected and looked to the left, and in the like just kind of a casual steel salad bowl was the biggest placenta I've ever seen. It looked like Krang from Teenage Mutant
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles. And it was just like,
It said hello to you.
it kind of did. And I just
Somebody was
stifled
gonna eat
vomit.
that later.
Yeah, you ate it for dinner.
Yeah. Went over to my son,
I
saw
can't
his
believe people
long
do
nails.
that. That's so fucking gnarly.
Yo,
I think we should put a list together. Like, if you do that, you got to be on a list.
Would they eat it raw?
Some
So I think
do,
some
but I
people
think
eat
a
a
lot of
little
people
part of
cook
it,
it
they cook it
into
up, they
it.
put it
Oh,
It's
I
like
had
a
a pill.
smoothie,
I took a
they-
little pill.
The pill isn't
Yeah,
as bad to me.
that. Yeah.
Our doula made a.
I mean, don't get it twisted. That's fucking crazy too.
Yeah, it's pretty
okay.
gross.
Well,
Yeah.
it was supposed to help with your depression, and at the time, I was looking for anything.
Anything.
that'll help. It's like, yeah, I'll take this.
I'll wear this thing on my fucking head.
Just Mike covered in placenta juice, being like, I do feel better.
You know what? I stopped thinking about my mental health problems because I'm covered in placenta.
We have a placenta art that our doula made.
Oh my
That I
God.
guess she like just slapped it on like it was butcher paper. It's a fucking.
That's the weirdest
looks like
thing
a
about
Rorschach.
Rockland County is like you guys are just like
This was the
you
city.
all right, but still
Go with the joke.
there's people up there like you who are like,
Yeah.
we're gonna do placenta art, but also if a black guy walks down the street, I'm gonna watch him for a while.
Like, not my street. Not my street.
I do think that that's like the awesome thing about having a kid. Like I think that's like what people miss out on is because we're so disconnected from kind of like what life is actually.
Mhm.
Because none of us get a war. We're
Yeah.
like the first generation. We don't get a war. We don't get a fucking. And I'm I'm happy.
I was gonna
about
say
it.
I
Don't
want on
count
the
your
record.
chickens.
Yeah, right. A little premature, but no, I'm on the record. I don't want war.
No, I don't want a war either. But that was like
Yeah.
a defining moment in most young men's life,
Mhm.
right?
That I can't wrap my head around how guys wanted. Like you're fudging your numbers to be 18
Right.
so you can go.
Oh,
It's like,
God.
That's like
No.
just such a different world.
I could see it for World War II. You know, like if we don't have all the
Kinda.
information,
Yeah.
like yeah. There's more. Like let's go get them, but I'd also be
it's like righteous.
good luck, guys.
right. Well, how do you feel about this? So you're Irish.
You're
Yeah.
podcasting into the Victrola.
Right, that'll be my role. That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Because I don't know. The World War II, that's a war with a purpose.
Yeah.
And then if I was in the northern part of Ireland, I think I would sign up for that with great fervor. Like I would be like, this
The English
is-
side, right?
yeah, how dare you? How dare you? No, that's what actually made me upset about meeting Jimmy. Who's the fucking
Car.
Yeah, Jimmy Carr. I was going to call him a ventriloquist puppet, but he kind of does. Yeah. His neck is the width of my wrist. But he was like telling me what a fan of the Queen he was, and I was like,
What is this?
"You fucking loyalist." He's like, "I've had lunch with her," and I'm like, "I don't give a fuck." Yeah, meanwhile he's born in Ireland. I'm some American asshole. That's
I was gonna say
even
I'm
claim.
Irish, but I'm not. I don't treat it like that.
I claim it way more than they claim me, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
They used to. Did you know like Irish Americans used to like have like fundraisers on Long Island for the IRA?
Yeah.
Like
Rock and
what
roll,
happened
baby.
to that?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What happened to you guys?
I know. Pearl River was like an entire
Pearl
town
River is
founded on that
Irish
shit.
Riviera type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Well, you ever see the movie Copland?
Yeah.
So apparently,
Yeah.
Colin Quinn told me that town, even though it was in Jersey, which doesn't
Based
make
on-
sense because it's NYPD, but they had they had to muddle the waters that much. But it was based on Pearl River.
There's Pearl River is like Pearl River. You get
Mick
like the
cops.
Woodlawn. Yeah,
Right
yeah,
there
yeah.
up Schitt's Creek with a client list full of Mick cops.
That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite movies, Copland. I fucking love. That's like so
It's
good.
awesome.
The Marissa Tomei. Is
Yeah.
that who that is? I think
Is Marissa Tomei? I think so.
Yeah.
I just remember Harvey Keitel, and I had like this moment where I was like, him and Colin like really remind me of each other. And I told Colin, and he's like, yeah, people have been telling me that for like
Forever.
40 years.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I had him. I'm sorry.
I thought it
One
was
time
deep.
I interviewed David Duchovny, and this was a while back, and I was a big Californication fan.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah.
He's like, tortured writer sort of thing. And in my like stupid brain, I was like, I kind of like relate. I was blogging at the time, so I'm like, I'm like a tortured writer too.
Yeah.
And I remember saying to him, like, I actually like really identify with Hank Moody, and he was like, that's fucking terrible, dude. like that man's like a horrible piece of shit, and you know that I'm an actor. I'm not him. Like I'm saying it to like me and you were the same. He's like, no, we're not. Dude.
I used
was
to be that too.
embarrassing.
When you like relate for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
I used to be like, Kenny Powers, I get it. I totally get that rage, man. Why isn't everything about you anymore? Same with Always Sunny and like the alcoholism. I
The
always
amount of times I've been like, yeah, we're like the gang, and it's like
Yes.
these are the worst members of society, dude.
100%. That's
Yep.
so fucking funny. That I forgot what I was. My brain don't work no goods no more.
I know that.
Well, anyway, going back to the
back to
the
kids.
war and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
wars,
Yes.
sorry.
When you have that moment, like I could remember, it was just like before and after. The second that I was in that operating room, my wife's like cut open,
Yeah.
and then that like you hear the baby cry. It's just like you're like, oh, it'll never. And I don't mean to be like corny or whatever, but you just won't ever be the same. I don't know. I don't know why, because I'm still the same person in a lot of ways, but like you just are we're so disconnected. It's all just like phones and fucking content and nothing. It's like we don't know where our food's. Nothing in our life is real, is what I'm saying.
And you
then
see it in a very tangible way.
and then
Like,
all
oh,
of a
this is
sudden
how
you're just like
humanity
holding a brand
works.
new
Yeah.
human,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh god damn, I'm an animal.
And the fact that they used to do that in the woods.
That's what I
Like-
mean.
like
I
they
just
used
don't
to-
get it.
That whole thing used to happen in the woods, and everybody would, either die or not. And it's
Right.
just like, yeah.
I'll say this. I mean, obviously, like the benefits of modern medicine is much safer and everything. But I think we almost have gone the other way, where the amount of information you have as a couple, but particularly a mom, like the second of conception, if you're tracking right or tracking wrong, and like then you start to stress about it, and it almost feels like self-fulfilling if you end up having problems.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Like, I mean, again, also very, very recently, like one generation ago, you're like, I don't know. I missed my period. Maybe I'm pregnant. Maybe I'm not. I'm smoking. I'm drinking. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We're pregnant. We had a baby and everything was fine. And now it's like you just know too much.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's like some sort of balance there. It's very hard to like, if the ability to know is there, you're always going to choose to know.
Oh, yeah.
But I really feel like sometimes it's better to just be
Well,
like,
now I think you can like pick eye color.
yeah, that's where
and
it gets
shit
real
like
weird.
that. Like,
If you could, would you?
no, I don't think so.
Would you?
Like within a saucepan, or like when you come in your wife?
No,
Like when you're like making, you know what I mean?
Probably,
Like
I
when-
think it's probably IVF.
Yeah, like when if
oh,
you're doing
okay.
IVF, and I think you're rich and you're doing it like the full way. I
Yeah.
think you can be like this embryo or whatever
Oh, I'd
is
make
going to
mine
be tall. This one's
a
going to be
black
blue
sun
eyes.
with blue eyes.
Yeah.
100%. Just a fucking gorgeous.
Again, like if
Wait,
it
how do
was,
you get black?
I don't know. I thought you could pick.
that would be very funny. But I feel like if
Michael
I would-
Buchanan.
that kid's making it.
Yeah.
That kid's D1 right there.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like I say no, I wouldn't do that. But if I was like the doctor's like, yo, you do it right now. Just make the pick. You know what I mean? Like when confronted with it, I feel like I would.
guess
probably
if I had the choice of like embryos, and they're like, this one's gonna be tall and whatever, I'd be like, yeah, go with the
Right.
superstar.
well, because it's just
They're paying
you know,
in D1 now, you know. Like,
you start with like just you're doing it for like health purposes. Like, okay, this is a healthy, viable one.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, that no, yes, but then take a step further. I could just see
Yeah.
it being like all of a sudden I've picked height, eye color, hair color.
You're filtering results. You're going through rent-a-cars, and you're like, well, I mean, if
I
all
might
of
as
these
well
are the
upgrade
same
to
price.
the convertible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
only
Madden.
$1,800.
You're making a creative player.
100%. Yeah, I guess I guess I would. I've never even considered it. I always assumed both of my sons would have brown eyes. They do.
Mhm.
There's no like recessive
I never
trait.
thought about that. Did you like?
I just thought like so with me, the only thing that I thought about and I think might be actually playing out is the difference in family height. So my wife comes from, square Italians. They're
Right.
5'3" by 5'3", muscle.
Boxes,
Like,
yeah.
they've gone through puberty at the age of 4.
Right.
And they're just like, shaving by 6. And they're on
and they
a-
top out at like
Yeah,
12.
yeah, and then they're renting their own gondola at 8. And my family are like bigger. Like my dad's the smallest of his brothers, and he's 6'2".
Wow.
And all of his brothers are like 6'5" in the 300. They're all fucking.
So she's weighing you down, bro.
Yeah, and I always knew it. But it seems like my oldest son is long and tall, and then my younger son seems to be like a little, even already, just more compact and just built. But who knows? Anything can change at any
Yeah,
moment.
I don't know. I just didn't. Maybe it's because like Caitlin, she's tall, so I was like, I think height wise they'll probably both be.
Yeah.
pretty
well, your
tall.
daughter's tall, right?
Yeah, she's tall. I mean, I'm 6 foot. She's probably like 5'8", and yeah, the kids seem to be like tall and skinny. But I just didn't think about like hair color, eye color, or any of that stuff. I also wasn't one of those like I'm just hoping for a healthy. But I was just kind of like I don't know, whatever happens gonna happen. You know.
I was honestly going, please don't be black. Please.
valid
Up until that
concern,
moment, I
valid
was-
point.
Please don't be black. This is going to be so embarrassing.
It's funny because sometimes, like sometimes my wife's Italian family treats my Irish-looking kids like they are black. They're like, "How could you do this to us? Fair skin, light hair,
Freckles, the gene pool, man.
That's great."
Hey, everybody. If you're not aware, we are now taking calls from you, the listeners.
That's right. You're a direct participant in our show now because we've run out of personal content to give you.
So please give us a call at
646-598-2417.
and we will pick your voicemail and we'll play it on the pod and we'll answer it. And hopefully everybody feels better.
That's right. Yeah. So ask us for advice. We can settle a debate. You can start a debate between us.
You can just vent.
Dad questions. I would love a vent, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. We
You
have
wanna
some,
just
we have
tell
some
us-
real personal ones, too. and
I would love it.
I love that.
If you told me some wins maybe you had over your wife. That'd be a
If you're
Boy.
a guy and you won an argument or a situation over your wife, call in. It's the win line. 646-598-2417.
yeah.
What is it like? And if you any question you don't want, because we'll cut it out. But what is it like now? Because you guys, they have now a sibling.
Yeah,
On the other
2.
side of
Yeah,
things.
2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is that like?
It's been great. I mean,
Yeah.
they are. I think there was maybe like a little bit of a hiccup with my son. Nothing like specific, but it was just like I think there was an attention thing.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
But very like other than that, like the other day, we were talking about what do you want to be when you grow up, and he was like, I want to open up a daycare because I just love kids and I want to take care of kids.
That's
I don't know
awesome.
And
this.
I was like, whoa,
Do you have more kids?
no.
Oh, okay.
Them.
Well, what are you talking about?
So my ex-wife has 2 kids. with another guy.
Oh, okay.
So now we're big old modern family.
Yeah.
But they love him. They love them now. Both boys.
That's awesome.
Take care of them. Like we're getting to a point. Like I'm a little worried that like when I take the kids for my weekend, like he's sort of like, where are you going? You know.
Right.
Yeah,
right. Right.
I'm like, you can certainly come, but I
Yeah.
don't think that and things are get weird. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your kid for the weekend. Like,
That was always. I mean, I had a stepbrother, and I remember when my stepbrother would come to my mom's house because it was my stepmom's son. It was always pretty like weird. you know?
yeah, right.
Like my mom being
It
like,
sucks, man. It's like I wish you could make it like normal and fun and no awkwardness, but it's just
No,
just
it's
inherently,
born
you know?
in, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and-
well, we didn't let him sit at the table. You know?
we kept him in the basement. We chained him to the radiator, but
You can eat outside.
Yeah.
You're not welcome in this house.
The weirdest is, or a very weird thing for me was after my parents got a divorce, I lived with my dad for a summer when he was single. And then he quickly started dating this woman with braces. And she had this huge house in Nyack, like crazy house. And then she had 2 young adopted kids.
How old are you at this time?
I was like 19, 20.
Okay, so
or,
you're
yeah,
old.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
or no, I was 20 to 22.
Okay.
And this is just like the most tumultuous of my time.
Sure.
And just like, I think I'm starting drinking because I just stopped sports or just stopped basketball. So I'm all fucked up. My parents, my friends are dying. I
you
have
had it
no
rough. You had it
identity whatsoever.
Right.
And and I'm living at this house with my dad and his girlfriend with clear braces. And her fucking dumb adopted kids, who I felt bad for because she didn't even love them.
Yeah.
Like I was like nicer to them than she was, and I took care. I like helped them out, and like midway through the summer, I was like, what am I doing? Yeah, I was like, what am I fucking doing? Like these kids aren't mine. They're not even yours, motherfucker. And my dad is like acting like I'm the step kid, and like they're his real kids, and like so that
Nobody
was like,
owns these ones.
I was like, nobody wanted them. Why do you think they're here?
Oh man, yeah. There's no way to make that smooth. Like even going back to the house, I got this house with a big backyard and a pool, and I just had visions of like we'll have barbecues and everyone will come over, and like you could even sleep over, and it's like none of that's happening.
Yeah.
ever, dude. And not because it's like that bad, but it's just awkward. It's weird.
Right.
It's not not a good thing that happened, and then no matter how much you like, time heals all wounds, but there's still kind of a wound, and it's just not going to be. But I watch like fucking Modern Family or The Brady Bunch or some of that shit. I'm like, why can't it be like that? And it's not. It's never.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be like that.
I just hope Minnow can learn Portuguese because her stepmom's gonna be Brazilian. I just hope that language barrier isn't rough. Oh my god!
No, it's fucking funny.
Oh god!
It's just so
Bom
complicated.
dia. Bom dia, mai. Speak a little
Poco
Portuguese.
bonito. You're gonna be playing soccer.
Yeah.
Is that in your? Is that on your horizon at all, or on your radar of your kids getting on the internet and seeing anything?
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah.
been worried about that every single day of my life for the last like 8 years.
Right.
About you seeing you.
I had an affair, and it was
Yeah,
very
yeah. No, but I
public.
mean,
Yeah.
like, just that's what I meant. Like,
Yeah.
Your
So
kids, because the internet is also terrifying.
Of course,
in general, yeah,
No, I don't
all
want
that.
my son. I don't want my sons to ever just like blanket search me on Reddit or anything. 'cause it's just like
I've
what a
looked
nightmare.
into.
It's gonna
You know,
be
it is
so
funny.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like it is something that concerns me. But then I looked into like getting your Google results like cleaned up
Scrubbed or
and changed,
whatever.
and it was like a lot of money. And
Yeah,
I was like,
sure.
well, we'll just deal with the fallout.
It'll be a growing process. yeah, we'll get closer.
that'll be like
You just be like,
tuition for a year when you're in college. So I'm still doing it for you.
Yeah.
We'll just deal with this.
As soon as they ask you about it, just be like, "Have you seen the new pool?"
Yeah, right. It's like, but have you thought about 2 Christmases?
Diving board.
But yeah, that part's gonna fucking suck. Dude.
Yeah.
Can I
Like,
ask
really
you, is there, I mean, I think all of us think in maturity, they have another parent that they go home to that's not you, that's, the stepdad,
Mhm.
right? Is there, like, are you guys cool? Or is
Yeah.
there,
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I don't know if this is just us. Like, we don't really say stepmom and stepdad. I don't know
Okay.
if that's. I feel like that's like antiquated. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
I just feel like it has a negative connotation. With
Yeah,
like evil stepmother and that kind of shit.
Well, now
So-
a porn connotation. Also.
Well, that too. Yeah. So
It is,
I didn't even think about that.
It's all over.
Yeah,
It's
no,
my-
I know.
It's
Yeah.
my whole thing.
no, I'm aware. Brazilian stepdad. I know.
I've seen, yeah, I've watched.
I've been waiting to find one with clear braces.
They're out there.
So wait, what was
Stepdad.
Yeah, he's cool. I mean, when we first met, I was sort of like, listen, treat the kids right, treat her right, and like, we're good to go. He's a stand-up dude. Again, we're not like all hanging out together. Like, I wish it was a. I don't know if that's just like a movie and TV thing. I don't know anybody in real life who's that way, but
I hate it when I have to hang out with both my sets of parents.
Really?
Even though they're cool, I'm just
when did you split up? When did they split up?
They split up when I was 5, and then my dad, I think, was remarried like 3 years later, and my mom drank a lot of Chardonnay. But my mom did the thing where she was like always trying to be very like, oh, please come over, and just like so doting.
Yeah,
and, like, Can I get you anything? And it was just like, what, you fucking kiss the ring? Jesus Christ, coward.
Yeah,
call her a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, you know what really like crystallized things for me. My divorce lawyer gave me a good word of advice where he was like, your job now is to show your kids what a healthy relationship is. And I never thought about it from that point of view. I thought about it as parenting. I got to like make sure we stay together for that stuff and raise them right. But like part of that is teaching them like, here's how you love somebody. And, And some of the things that
and also handle disappointment and a breakdown and all that
all
stuff.
the things that come along with it.
Yeah.
But I think they wouldn't if we. The eternal $1 billion question is sort of like, is it better to stay together in a bad marriage or split up? And I think it's much easier to just say like, there's such a physical, tangible. Your parents are separated, so that is worse.
Sure.
And it's kind of this like, but I do believe that staying if you live in a house where a marriage is not great, can be just as, or if not more damaging. But like we were not like abusive or you know what I mean. So it wasn't like we probably could have like just hit it or whatever.
Yeah. But then you couldn't, because the
Right.
tension, the unspoken tension,
yes.
which is what my parents held on to for 2 decades, and then the last 5 years were outright aggression.
Yeah.
But that tension, we felt every fucking
Right.
stitch of it.
Right. And then when he said to me, you got to show them like how what a marriage should be. I was like, oh yeah. So like you got to show them like affection and cutesy and all that stuff that just probably wasn't really going to happen as time went on. So that made me, I took a little solace in that, and then I took that seriously as far as like, show them the right way to be in a relationship, because I obviously did it wrong the first time. So
Sure.
I don't get anything right the first time.
Have you had a serious relationship since?
Yeah, I don't really.
You don't get into that.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah. That's smart.
I
Honestly, smart move.
everything was so public. I was like, I don't want anything public ever again, whether I'm single or in a relationship. Like, you'll never know, because I'm trying to keep
100%. No, I've had friends with like, not relationships that have benefited them. So like in their career or whatever, like relationships that they were so public that it actually benefited them, and then it was ugly to end. And I was like, well, certainly that's the last time you do that, because it's incredibly painful to watch this and then have people comment, and they're like, what is, and do their, I mean, the internet is more or less like everybody that didn't go to detective school that wanted very much to hold a clipboard and wear a trench coat and be a detective.
You think there's detective school?
There's not. there's not a detective school.
There better be. Hogwarts? Have you seen Ice recently?
Yeah. Wait, where did Harriet the Spy go?
How do you think she earned the spy? Yeah. That's her title. She got a diploma.
Can I ask you? So you have a daughter. I have a daughter too, and
Mine's cooler. Mine's better.
Yeah,
she's taller.
Yeah.
But do you like? Are you conscious at all because you like exist in kind of a universe of like the Barstool universe? Is there any part of you that's like worried about that, or like?
So
like the smoke show era.
Yeah. So I was gonna say 2 things. One is that's I'm pretty far removed from that. Like if we were still, it is funny.
Parties and doing
Yeah. Like I mean, like looking back. So when I started at Barstool, New York, it was me and one other guy, Keith, and we split up the duties. And one of the duties that you had to do every day was post the local smoke show, which was like a local modeling. And I was like 25, single. I was like, I'll do that. That's my job. I'll do that. And so, I was always like, I had this little template that just said like, we post girls in like a modeling sense and blah, 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 ask permission and all that shit. And I would just cut and paste, send. And then we would throw the parties and all that shit. And I remember when people had a problem with local smokes, I was sort of like, look, this is how we do it. It's all above board. Like, it's not that crass or whatever. And then I'm like, if my daughter ever did that, I would fucking jump off a bridge. You know what I mean? It's like, I do believe what I said, but as soon as I lived it, I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And I think about how many like dads and brothers and uncles were like, what the fuck is this shit about?
Yeah.
But so I'm far enough removed from that. It's been many, many years. I used to worry about like what I say on podcasts and shit like that. And then I think I'm like, it could happen, but are my kids, when they're of age, going to go into like the Apple podcast archives to find that one? You know what I mean? It's
Only
like,
when you're dead.
yeah,
Like,
I was
when
like,
when
you'd have to
die,
like
they're
search for it.
Yeah.
There's gonna be-
You've made so much media, they'd have to get like.
that's kind of what I mean.
Yeah.
It would be like going through like human rights cases.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
it's like the Freedom of
finding
Information
the-
Act, where there's
yeah.
like, here's
Yes.
60,000 pages about aliens. Go ahead. It's
100%.
like, so I'm hoping that it's like the Cheesecake Factory. There's so much you can't pick. You know what I mean?
I'm cool now that Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole is completely off the internet. Like, that's I'm fine with. Like you consume anything else. Everything else was said trying to be funny.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, there's probably going to be some moments of things that I've said that pop up that I'm not proud of, but that's not. I mean, I got one big bridge to cross first before I start worried about what I said on podcasts.
Yeah,
and shit like
I know.
that. You know what I mean?
I'm not proud of anything I've done.
Oh, I have no pride. I have no self-respect or anything.
So you said that you were gonna like. Are you publicly talking about what's next for you, or
Yeah. So I'm gonna build out. You're talking about career-wise, right?
Yeah.
So we wrapped up KFC
no? Who are
Radio.
you gonna fuck next? Get back to these smoke shows, man.
When's
Come on.
the smoke show of
Brazilians
the
in
week
there?
come back?
How does it work? You said a form email. Like, can I get a copy?
Dude, I will say this.
Andy's smoke shows of the week. I'm just posting them to Grid.
Dude, that's an
I don't
idea.
even know if you could do it anymore. It's so funny. I look back on that, and the way we found it was just like local. It was nominations, so it would be like, my girlfriend's beautiful, my whatever. This is the hottest girl in my school. And I remember at the time being like, I can't believe these are real girls.
Yeah.
Like I was like, all these girls should be like in Hollywood. They're so pretty. And now it's like, oh yeah, there's a billion girls on Instagram. They all have 20 million followers because
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
They're
It's
all
like
versus each other.
they already rip each other's faces off.
That was actually one of your videos that I watched the other day. Was the OnlyFans beef?
the
I was
OnlyFans
like,
civil war is upon
I
us.
loved that.
Is
That was
upon
great.
us.
Oh, I
man.
thought you meant the 50% tax. This
Well,
was
that
when the
too.
two. Yeah,
that guy's just trying to be a pimp.
That guy's trying to be a pimp. He's also trying to like just
Wait,
dog whistle.
He imposed
to-
a 50-cent.
This guy was running for governor of Florida, and he wants to impose a sin tax.
yeah, for your sin hole.
50% off, which is like, first of all,
Which one's the sin hole? So you got three.
I was gonna say,
covered by a curtain.
Okay.
I would say
Urethra.
the nostril. So there's the 50% sin tax. That guy's just like, he's like, in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, we must. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
psycho.
he's trying to get his name out there.
Psycho, yeah.
Yeah.
But then the OnlyFans civil war is like the girls who are like, I made $95 million this year.
Yeah.
And there's the girls being like, no, you fucking didn't. And
Uh-huh.
they're, you say that you do XYZ on OnlyFans, but then it's like you trick, it's bait and switch. They have all sorts of like, there's like a code that you have to live by on OnlyFans.
Of
and if you
course.
violate it, they're ready to fucking kill
They're
each
like
other.
old comics meeting now, digital
Yeah,
comics.
yeah.
And they're like, we used to do things the long and hard way.
Right. None of this internet shit. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm going to hopefully build out the like 1 Minute Man Instagram videos into like a YouTube show, which I've tried before in the past, but as like while the podcast was going on and all my other stuff, and it was
Like a news desk.
kind of
cool.
in like a dream world, I would say like the Daily Show, but instead of politics, pop culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Weekend Update,
That's
that sort
great.
of thing. But I don't know. It's also kind of frustrating because it's like when everyone's kind of asking like, "What's next?" or "What are you gonna like? How are you gonna replace it?" It's like I'm already doing it, man. It's just on Instagram. It's pretty
Yeah.
fucking successful on
Yeah,
Instagram,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's easier to monetize long form things, and YouTube is king and all that shit. But I'm like, fuck, can't this just be it?
Yeah, I know.
There's
I
so
know.
much
a
of
lot
that.
eyeballs on that, and it's not like some obscure app that no one's on. Fucking Instagram, you know.
It's
Yeah,
the app.
it's so frustrating because I came up in the time of gatekeepers. So it was like you got things and then you were kind of anointed. You were at like this level and then you got to work at that level. And it was like 2016 that just like all disappeared. And now the power is back in everybody's hands, but it's also like there's no ceiling. So it's
Just
like
keeps going.
it's like, oh, you have 300,000 followers, but like really we're not booking unless you have 900,000.
It's crazy.
You know, it's like
I feel it personally where it's like I used to have these benchmarks for just myself. I want to get this many views on a video. Then I get there, and then I kind of up my standards. And in one regard, I like that because I'm like, I'm not complacent. I keep going. But I'm like, well, if you told me 5-10 years ago you're going to be getting this many views, I'd be like, I made it. I'm done.
Right.
I'm not going to put my feet up.
Mm-hmm.
And now instead, it's like you said, it's like, well, the next guy's getting that much more, and that. And
No, it's like cool. You did that. You got to do it next week too.
yeah, every
It's
fucking
like,
yeah.
awesome.
day.
Okay.
And I feel like there's a little bit of like the gold rush is over in terms of some of that like podcasting, internet stuff.
Mhm.
And what I really hate, I used to make this joke all the time, and then it became reality. I remember, like, I think probably the first time I did it was when I had Whitney Cummings on the podcast for the first time, and she was starting Good For You, and I was like, "Cut it out!
Yeah, yeah.
You're rich, you're successful, you're a showrunner. This is my little
Yeah.
like white trash internet lane.
Yeah.
You stay off of it because I need this money." And I was joking, and now it's like all athletes and entertainers. And
Well, it's like the Son of a Boy Dad clip where they were justifiably, I think,
Amy
angry that
Poehler?
Amy Poehler won podcast of the year. It's like it is what Roan was saying, where they're like, no, we're obviously the best at this, and we're also this is taking so much of a piece of the pie that we're going to make this insular now.
Yes.
we're going to protect this and boost it within ourselves, and that makes everything that you guys are doing look like pirate bullshit.
right.
But that's the fucked up
Sucks.
thing about
Yeah.
it is it's like the podcast was for the basement dwellers. The
Yeah.
podcast was for like the Are You
White
Garbage
men.
guys. Yes.
They needed something.
Someone give me
a red pill.
We were kicked off the networks. What are we going to do?
But there is like I go back and forth in my head because I'm like, listen, if you told me you can listen to this podcast that has your favorite like NBA heroes telling inside the locker room stories,
Yeah.
or this rapper who's breaking down his beef, or
Yes.
or you can listen to like me and my friends like debate like would a gorilla fight a tiger? I'm like, I know what I'm picking, but then there's part of me that's like, I don't know. That's what I think that's what the charm of podcasts were, and like why I liked it that way is because it wasn't. I watch my movies with you guys, and the bullshit
Right.
over here I want because no matter what, I mean, maybe I don't know. I'm trying to think of some examples of the people who do let it rip, but they have a team who's telling them what to say and not to say. You're not going to get the same
Yeah, I don't
freedom.
I don't listen to any of the big
I don't think.
like I don't
No,
listen to like
I think it's
I don't
bots.
listen to like
It's like-
Smartless or
It's like-
So Smartless was the one that like I love those guys. They're like
Yeah.
my heroes, so I don't ever want
Yeah,
to
I
like,
love
speak ill of
them.
them. But I'm like off the rip, I think they got like a $50 million deal or something, and I was like,
100.
yeah, right,
With
yeah, it was,
iHeart or
right?
something like
Okay.
that. Dude, they're
And
like,
it was like before they even really got going, it was just their names, and I was like, come on.
they are
man, can I get a
empty
fraction?
buildings in China. That's
Yes,
what they are.
right.
They are the promise of something that nobody ends
Ghost
up.
towns.
I
Yeah.
tried to listen to Smartless. Actually, somebody was on it recently that I wanted to hear, and it was just like it was so many ads.
Yep.
It was it's three guys that are very funny, but they're like it's broken apart by like you're not sure when the show is happening and when they're promoting something.
Right,
And then it just like. It's worse than TV ever was because now it's the radio format of commercials. So there's
Yeah.
you're just getting jammed every fucking 2 minutes or
Right.
3 minutes. And it's like, not only they have to pay back the money that they were fronted, the 100 million. So that's why, I mean,
gotta
they
get
have to
this
be
done.
they have to be worth
Oh,
it.
okay. I thought
So
you meant they
all
literally
that
have to
ad
pay
money
that.
is then getting,
Yeah, no one's paying $100 million and then being like, we'll only put a couple ads in.
Exactly,
They're like,
yeah.
let's do 8 or 9 and jam. Do you think that they like doing it, or are they doing it because they're like, we have to do this now because it's become such a part, like you said, of pop culture?
I think they're silly, not dumb, but silly for doing it weekly, and they should do it seasonally and do it by the documentary that they did.
We should all do it seasonally.
I know.
I've been saying that forever. I really like. I've been saying it forever, but I really believe it now after watching the end of KFC Radio, because KFC Radio was successful in its own right, but in the Barstool universe, people hate me, so I get a lot of hate. And then with everything that happened in my personal life, I get a lot of hate.
But why do
So-
they hate you?
I don't know. They don't like my
You've
face.
been
They
there
don't like I
for
talk.
so long.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I'm pretty obnoxious when I get like on my takes, And I also forget sometimes that I'm like we're all from the same like New York and Northeast, and then I'm like, yeah, I guess if you're like anywhere else in the world listening to me, I probably sound like an obnoxious.
It's very
New Yorker.
grating.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
I
I
have the
guess
same thing.
I listen. It's very strange for me because in my personal life, I think I'm pretty well liked. Like I have a lot of friends, and I get invited to places, and we have a good time, like normal humans. And then I'm like so hated on the internet that I'm like, well, one of these things is wrong, and I hope it's the internet, you know. Hope my friends aren't like, fuck. But so when I was almost worried about wrapping up KFC Radio for my co-hosts and my producers, John, Jackie, and Mike, because I was like, we're gonna end this, and I'm gonna get a lot of like, well, who fucking cares, you know? And it was the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It was like such an like maybe I'm silly for not expecting that, but it was an overwhelming amount of like love, and I almost went through like the 7 stages of grief with ending this, where like at first I was kind of like nervous about it. Then I made peace with it. Then I was like, people were like, what can I do to save the show? And I was like, well, if you just if you subscribed and bought some merch and bought some tickets along the way, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So then I went through anger. I went through all of it.
100%.
But what I really realized was like, it got, when something's there every week, you kind of take it for granted.
Yeah.
And when like it takes it away, people were like, reminiscing and this is my favorite moments and what's next. They were taking an interest in me. We were getting more views than ever. It was like we're ending on a high note, but I'm also like, this is crazy. So, you know, that was a big culmination of 15 years. But if you did it seasonally, where it's like, this is our season finale, and you make that exciting, and then your premiere is exciting, and you get a little bit of a break, you get to recharge, you remind the fans, you know,
gives people time to catch their breath.
Right.
And it's good to watch new, like other shit. So the thing I've realized, like, I'm not an overindulged guy. Like I'm addicted to Mike's content. You like watch some of my jokes and you like them, and then you watch other stuff, and then you come back to my stand up and you like it, and then you whatever. But the algorithm works in such a way where, one, we would all love to do seasons. I bet the listeners and viewers would also love that. But the algorithm is a endlessly needed to be fed monster. Otherwise, you get 0 views.
Take a week off, you're cooked.
Fucking Flagrant took like 3 weeks off for Christmas, and their most recent episode is like the lowest viewed episode they've had in a long time. And that's a huge, like 2 million subscriber. So it doesn't even matter what you've accumulated in terms of subscribers, followers, whatever. They'll immediately yank the rug. But so that's the huge fucking problem with it. But the same happened with Here's the Scenario, where it's like, as soon as that ended, we go to Skankfest and people are like, what's our favorite show?
Yeah,
like, what are you talking? And we're like, we could have used literally any of this support while we were going.
It's happening.
Yeah,
I know. But how many,
I don't
how
have
often,
$5.
which is, I mean, that is a large swath of our audience, and fine. But even just be loud about your like.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Everyone's
is like,
loud about their hate.
Everybody's loud about their hate, and people, the audience that we've so far amassed are very positive, and they love the fact that, like, this is how we talk on every episode. It's pretty vulnerable. We're funny.
Yeah.
We have similar yet differing senses of humors and depths that will go for a joke.
Yeah.
So people like to see the push and pull of that, and they're also positive about, like, we don't get to see dudes talk about that shit all the time.
Right.
However, at some point, we'll probably have been doing this for 5 years, where they're like, man, that was 5 years of 2 pussies talking about
They
their
will
kids.
turn. They will fucking turn, man.
Whereas if we took some breaks, you could have been like, oh, all right, now I'll listen to some other shit, and then I'm back in the mood for 2 pussies.
You know, the the concern for me, though, and this is kind of, this has happened to me as a fan, where it's like, if you take a break, they're listening to something else on their commute, and they might not come back. And you got to trust that, like, you have a fan base, or you're good enough that enough will return.
Yeah.
But it's a dicey, you know, you got to be real confident, and that's something, you know, I don't think a lot of us are.
No.
Especially when it's like, okay, you're gonna stop listening to my show and go listen to, like, I don't know, like Kevin Durant is talking about. Blah. It's like, well,
it's very trust the process. It's literally tanking for 3 years in hopes that the draft picks will result in a good team.
And if you miss, you're fucked.
Yeah, and you don't have a billionaire owner that can bankroll the whole fucking thing. It's instead you bankrolling it.
You gotta keep going.
And sometimes you run out of goddamn money after a full year of funding your own projects.
I'm the Detroit Pistons of comedy.
Then you're gonna be good.
I was gonna say,
they're great now.
I was gonna say they
I
made it
don't
back, but that's kind of like, things are cyclical, and it's like, you gotta. I think what I really realized at the end, like the main takeaway from ending my show was, like, I hate to say it, because as I'm getting older, I realize that all the cliches are, like, true.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just about longevity, and it's just about, like, how many punches can you take and keep getting back up. Because eventually, if you're around for like 10, 15, and God willing more years, I think eventually, like, you just kind of get gigs, and people be like, all right.
And people find a new reason to root for you again.
Right.
Whereas actually, that's what I was thinking about when you were talking about your big house, is that right now, it might be true that you're like, this is kind of a waste and this is not necessarily the general meeting area that I thought it was going to be. But when your kids are older and they have their own families and you have this place that can house all of them and bring them all together, that's now like, I fucking knew what I was doing. I knew it.
I didn't even think about that until you said that right now. That like it might be when they have kids. Like my plan that I thought was going to come to fruition in year 1 might be like year 30.
Truly, I mean,
but like
career and life can be long.
Yeah,
It
or
can
like
be.
hopefully, you know what I mean. That's what like the double-edged sword is like. It's a long grind, but like it's long.
Yeah,
for other people, it's not long at all.
Oh,
So
I'm hoping at some point people are like, "Wow, Mike is still doing this."
Yes.
We feel bad enough for him to give him a career.
But yes,
yeah, that's exactly.
sometimes I think about like I can't remember who it was. There's an actor though that recently I was like I can't remember who, but it was sort of like he's been around long enough, and maybe this is one who I think it was, but it just popped in my head. The Brendan Fraser effect. When Brendan Fraser went through like fucking hell, but then everyone was kind of like, you know what?
And also
this
was
dude
an
rocks.
unsympathetic hot guy back in the day. So people are like, why would I ever empathize with this dude who has an
looks
8-pack
like he has-
and is swinging from vines?
Right,
Like, who
right.
cares?
But it looks like he has high cholesterol now. His eyes are
Oh
like,
my god, dude. He does look like a stress ball.
We
Looks like the whale. He's turning into the character.
we have to go to a voicemail.
Yeah, we do a
We do
voicemail.
So
Just want to point out,
I don't know.
I invented this format. Just want to put that
Yeah,
out.
well, I mean, no podcast has ever done this before.
we're actually the first.
Such a great hook, though. Do it.
Hey, to my beauties, my boys, my beautiful boys, I just want to let you know that I have pulled off the greatest W in the history of men.
I'm listening.
I have won custody of my children, and I'm going to be getting paid child support from a woman who makes less than half of me.
Let's go! Bleed her dry!
The court said I had to. There was no other option. They would not let me leave the courtroom without taking at least $1,000 a month from someone who makes less than half of me. So
It's terrifying.
put this W in your pocket. Huge W for me. It's a huge W for all the dads out there. But I am a black man, one custody and child support.
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
The next call is some woman. I can't fucking believe this. I have to pay this guy charity. I made less than half. No, I mean, that woman has to be like a murderer.
That's as big of a win as Obama becoming president.
For real.
That
Yeah.
is
Upset
huge.
city.
Crazy.
But like for real, there has to be something.
I hope his ex is white. just for just for extra fun.
I can't even imagine the circumstances that happens.
No.
Like I really feel like the mom custody for the mom is like almost guaranteed unless you're.
She must have
a
shit
problem.
on the judge's desk.
Yeah,
That's the only
she is
way.
like a
January
danger, right? That is a wild one, and I don't understand the money either.
No, I love that the guy's like they wouldn't let me leave unless I took a minimum of 1,000. I took 3.
Well, no, because how high can I go?
I had a friend who had like an amicable divorce in California, and his wife was like kind of the breadwinner, and they made her, even though he didn't want it, they made her give him half
No shit.
of all of her like savings, 401k,
Wow.
all that shit.
That's awesome.
Bro, I cannot stress the importance of a prenup for absolutely everybody. No, for real.
Yeah.
For real. The more I've learned about it, it's like every marriage has a prenup already. It's just, do you let the government write it or do you write it
Right.
yourself?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's like, I know it's like taboo. I know it's a little bit awkward, but like save yourself the potential headache. Like
Yeah.
just fucking do it, man. Because that kind of shit's, if you don't want to do it and they just make you, that's insane.
Yeah, it's
Like,
insane.
do we not live in America here?
Yeah, I have a post-nup. It's a gun.
The Rockland Post.
Dude, the custody plus child.
That's
rock
wild.
on,
I don't
brother.
want this to become a men's rights
It's fun to have segments.
podcast show, but it is. I am rooting. This guy sounds great.
Yeah, this is Alec Baldwin post-divorce.
Yeah.
Convincing her. I love that. Yeah, win one for the good guys.
I want to know more. I want like a web series about this guy's life.
Give me like a 6-part documentary on
Uh-huh.
I feel like he's the best dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. He's got to be.
Congrats, dude. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the pod. Are we? Yeah. So I think we transition over to Patreon now.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you'd like to join us, if you have no time, you can bounce.
No,
but
I'm good.
All right, great.
Everybody, head on over to patreon.com.
Yeah, and what would you like to promote first though?
What am I promoting? So just follow me on social media at KFC Barstool, and my co-host Feidelberg. He has launched a new show. So his first endeavor after our podcast is called Scene Stealers. He's getting into the acting world, so he sits down. His first episode was with Tom Pelphrey, who's the fucking man.
Oh yeah, that guy. That
From
guy
Harry
rocks.
Potter?
He's from
the
Task and
Task.
Ozark.
Oh, okay.
He's a brother in Ozark.
Oh, nice.
Really good actor. And then
Really
his
good.
second episode's coming up with a monster guest. So he's hit the ground running. So check that out as well.
What a guy promoting his bud.
Yeah,
Look
man.
at that.
I when I was like, I definitely wanted to take a little bit of a break myself, but I also was like, I'm gonna let you. I didn't want to be like competing with new shit.
yeah.
So
Is Feidelberg secretly jacked?
he is not secretly jacked. He's
No, he's
just
jacked.
openly jacked.
Dude,
he's the strongest man. I know what you're saying because I used to like make fun of him. I'm like, yo, you're fat and shit, and I was like, no, he's the strongest person.
I
know.
used to.
Yeah.
I've never seen him shirtless, and then he did that Burt Kreischer shirtless picture, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ!
Bro,
No, I
he
saw it
is
once when
made
we
of
were
stone.
walking to answer the internet, and his T-shirt fell over the ripples in his back, and I was like, "Fuck this guy!" It was so wide. I was like, "Oh, he's an animal! Like, not only just like strong, but he could probably probably gorilla fights. Like, I
Yes.
already got
Oh.
his way he defends himself. Like
Bro,
everything.
that guy loves nothing more than just wrestle,
Yeah,
like roughhouse and
yes.
shit. Yeah, he's jacked, man. So that's on his YouTube is called Out of Order, and I'm KFC Barstool. So
Cool.